welcome back to the Beach Bum Bookworm. I am Tiffany. I'm so glad y'all found me again today. My channel is all about cozy mysteries and romance books, and today I am doing a scavenger hunt recommendation for Skull on the Cover. So that will be, it was our second pick for February. However, I'm going to be out of town the last weekend in February, so we are going to push it until the first Saturday in March, which is March 5th. So that's when these books will need to be read and discussed. All right, so a few notes about the video. If I found a skull on the cover, regardless of what number it is, I wrote it down for you guys. I didn't do a whole lot because I also want you to have the fun of finding them, because now that this has been a pick, I've been having so much fun. Like, I look at every cover, like just scanning for that skull. It's actually really fun when you do find them. So I didn't do a whole lot. The other thing about, like I said, with if I found one in the series, regardless of what number it was, I didn't go and look and see if there were skulls on other books in that series. So you might want to check that out, because if there's one on one of the books, there might be some on the other books, but that will be your treasure hunt. All right, so let me know what you're reading for your skull pick, or save it for a secret. Let me know which of these that you've read, that you're excited about. Anything else that you want to talk about down in the comments is the place to do it. On your way down to comment, don't forget to stop, hit the subscription and the notification bell. Notification bell is going to tell you when I put out new videos each and every single week, so you don't miss any. And the subscription keeps my channel growing, and I'm on my way to a huge, huge, huge goal of mine, and I'm so excited about it. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your support. And if you haven't hit the subscription, it is free, so it is the best bargain in town. All right, let's get to it. We're looking at skull recommendations for our scavenger hunt pick in 3, 2, 1, go! So the first book is Glazed Murder right here. Can you find the skull? It took me a minute. This is book 1 in the Donut Shop series by Jessica Beck. So in this, the main character is Suzanne Hart. She is the owner of Donut Heart's Coffee Shop in April Springs, North Carolina. And again, you might want to go check out her other books in the series. I really didn't check, and see if there's skulls, because there's like 50 some books in this series. So you might have a lot of options for skulls. I do not know. Next up is another book 1. It's called A Catered Murder. Quick side note, some of the books have more than one like publication cover, so check that too, because the older one in this series, I think that there have been cover updates for this, but the older cover in this series does have a skull on. This series is called Mystery with Recipes. I always call it a catered series because all the books start with a catered something. The main characters in this are Bernie and Libby. They are sisters, and they run a catering company. This takes place in New York, and their father, who was on the police force, I don't remember if he was a detective or a beat cop, I don't really remember. Gets injured, and he is retired now, and he helps them solve the case too. I really enjoy this series. It's a lot of fun. I put it on my SAS list this year. The next book is Wedding Bell Blues right here. This is the first book in the Belfast Mcgrath Cozy Mystery series. I'm sorry, my notes are kind of off to the side, so if you see me keep looking over there. I moved my laptop a little bit. This is by Maggie McCannon, and it says that Belle McGrath is an Irish-American master chef. I had never heard of this, but I put it on my TBR after I found it. That's really cool. It actually, I think, was in another video, but I need to be better about making sure that the things that from the videos that I want to go on my TBR, I pull up Goodreads and put them on right then and there, because that's what I need to do. Next up is the Bakeshop series by Ellie Alexander. Book 1 is called Meet Your Maker. All of these books in this series have skulls on it, every book in the Bakeshop series. So if you're new to the series or you're further along, that's a skull option for you. The next book is The Chocolate Cat Caper. This is the first book in the Chocoholic Mystery series by Joanna Carl. Again, maybe some of the other books have skulls on the cover, and there's quite a few in this series as well. Our main character is Lee McKinney, and she is the manager of a chocolate shop. I have not tried this series. It has been on my TBR, probably the longest of any series, or close to it, for cozy mysteries. The next one is an oldie but a goodie. I really recommend this series. I enjoyed it a lot. It is the Candy Shop series by Sammy Carter. The first book is called Candy Apple Dead. So our main character, Abby Shaw, she is the owner of Divinity Candy Shop. She is an ex-lawyer, and this series takes place in Colorado, and it was one of the first cozies I read. I absolutely love this series. Next up is Per M for Murder right here. This is part of the Cat Rescue Mystery Series by T.C. Lowe Tempio. Love saying that name. It just flows amazingly. I love it. Our main character is Sydney McCall. It says that she returns to Deer Park, North Carolina from New York. She helps her sister Kat run the local animal shelter. All you animal lovers out there, that would be a good one. So next up is a bed and breakfast series. It is Dead and Breakfast is the name. First book in the Maple Ridge Cozy Mystery series by Paulette Brewster. Book 10 in the Lucy Stone series, Father's Day Murder right here. This is by Leslie Meyer. So again, maybe some of her other books have skulls. Next up, we have Hooked on Murder. This is the first book in the Crochet Mystery series by Betty Hechtman. Our main character is Molly Pink. She is a crochet group member, and she is an events planner at a bookstore. That sounds like so much fun. I actually think I've read some of these, like quite a while ago. I need to go back and check my Goodreads because I read quite a few crochet knitting series a while back, and I need to see which ones those were and where I am in the series so I can continue because I enjoyed them. Next up, we have Murder Wears Mittens right here. This is the first book in the Seaside Knitters Society Cozy Mystery Series by Sally Goldenbaum. She has a Seaside Knitters Mystery Series, and then there was a spinoff, and that is called the Seaside Society, which is what this is. So this is book 1 in that. And it just says that this is a continuation of the Seaside Knitters. So next up is Arsenic and Adobo. A lot of us read this for a scavenger hunt pick or book club pick. Can't remember which one we did it for. But if you have it, skull on the cover. She has a new one coming out. Not sure about that one. This is by Mia P. Manansala. So this is book 1 of the Tita Rosie Kitchen series. Our main character, Leela, she is a Filipino-American. She's in her mid-20s, and she is working at her aunt's restaurant, and this takes place in Illinois. Next up is a series we were just talking about on one of our lives very recently, the China Bales series. Book 1 is called Time of Death. This is by Susan Wittig Albert, and the only thing that I could find for the blurb was the location is halfway between Austin and San Antonio, Texas. There you go. I've never tried this series, but the Darling Delia series by Susan Wittig Albert is one of my absolute favorite series. So I know I like her writing. I probably need to check this one out. The next one is another one we were recently talking about the series. The book 1 is called Arsenic and the Azaleas right here. This is part of the Lovely Lethal Garden Club. This is by Dale Mayer. Follow gardener and amateur sleuth Doreen and her amusing and mostly lovable cat, dog, and parrots, holy moly, as they catch murderers and solve crimes in British Columbia. Wow. That is on my TBR already, but I didn't know it took place in British Columbia. That's interesting. Next one I'm so excited to tell you about. I absolutely love this series. I've already read all of them. There's only 3. I so wish there was more. It's so good. This is the Magic Potion series. So book 1 is A Potion to Die For. This is by Heather Blake. Our main character, Carly Bell Hartwell. She is the owner of a potion shop. This takes place in Hitching Post, Alabama. It is so much fun. So good. I love it, love it, love it. The last one I have for you, and this is one that would be another good series to check all of the books in it because I think a lot of the older books have skulls on the cover. So book 2 in the Murder, She Wrote series, Manhattans and Murder right here. This is by Donald Bain and the Miss Jessica Fletcher herself. Again, I think a lot of the old ones have skulls on the cover, so you might be able to find a good choice there. So I hope I gave you some ideas. There's a lot more skulls than you think. So if you have some books on your shelf that you haven't really looked at closely, I would go and take a peek because you never know where a skull is lurking. All right, everyone. Until next time, may all your future reads be 5 stars. Bye, everyone.